La leche, la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. Parity, not patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here's we are as again as the Equinoxtrueqsz, co-secretary generals, co-COCHRISTSZ, and more is the most essentials, the various most essentials are Comingsz, various most Soons. And that's what we like to call ourselves and use, all of us, everyone's. But in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of hers and histories on this, our homes, and all our planets, past, present, futures, in contact for heavens on this and all our earths, we also call ourselves other names, such as including ever young goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to become a pantheon above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine, divine democracies, so that all of the Elohas and Elohims, all the Eli circles and arrowways, all the females and males that God has created and incarnated, past, present, futures, can be reunited again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. In contact now, does that in any way suggest that we're trying to usurp the ever-loving authorities and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever present in all creations and all sustainings, including us and all that we have knowns, shalls knowns, and does knows, past, present, futures, all our families and communities, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively of the divine feminine and divine feminine masculines equally for parities, peace, cultures, and heavens on the smaller earths. And therefore we says, Namaste, the divines within us greets the divines within yous and alls. And we says, Nikatuya oyasin, Nikatuya kosivros, we're alls related. We are any's and alls and everyone's alls related. And because we know that we are as alls related, we cans and shells and cans come together and back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. And we also says, the lights within us greets the lights within yous and alls. Comingsz amapax, bahava, l'chaim, shalom, Ubuntu back and forth to mitochondrial before it's ever during. Salam, sol, mir pace, merci, ciao, shlom zavags, sayonara, das vidanya, good days, cheerios, and all the languages and all the heritages used, and beyond this planet, so that we can all say, let's say, loves and lives every young's longest, and prospers everyone's and all's on this and all our planets, heavens, and all our earths. And therefore, we says that also because we know is that we are all created of stuff. And because we are learning from and integrating into our ways of deciding and making decisions, the best wisdom of ancient civilizations, especially the very lengthy Magdalenian era, and then, of course, equally Atlantis, Thrace, also called Hesperides, Pleiades, Atlantides, Ubuntu's back and forth to mitochondrial force observers, Vedics, Druidics, and more, so that we call ourselves all these languages and then other names, such as including co-white calf buffalo women's, co-changing women's, co-Iroquois, goddess clan mothers, in fact, co-sister Kazinas and co-cousin brothers of the clans and gens of Rayanas. We call ourselves co-Orishas and Yomayas, co-Kalki, co-Daganach, co-Kalki, co-Amamara, co-Amamari, Avlash Costeros, co-Kuan-Yin's Buddhists, co-Zayashans, co-Messiahs, and co-Couszmic Chrisztsz. Now, what does these names signify? Don't be intimidated by them. They signify and symbolize, they translate to anointed. Anointed to do what? To bring together the divine feminines and the divine masculines equally in divides democracies for heavens and this all our earths in balance. And so we therefore call ourselves other names, such as always Christmases, always springs. We call ourselves co-nativities, always springs. Holiest nativities, we call ourselves co-voluntary new times, co-secretary generals, co-COCHRISTSZ, co-Stellarians and co-Estellarians, that is co-Astrarians and co-Astrarians, because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is 50-50 promise fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, that is the Magdalens and Nazarenes equally, lease, all the females reparative lease, and all the females and males equals reparative lease of the apostles' families, and then all connecting them with the ancient heritages, of course, of Atlantis, Thrace, Ubuntu, back and forth to mitochondrial lease, before, it's, after, durings, and Hesperides, Pleiades, Mantitas, already said that, and Thrace, and Vedas, Druidics, and Moors. So we call ourselves very real stargates, Atlantis, and all holy and sacred earth's risens, reborn, nativities, and always risen springs, young adults, and the last that shall be first go first, demons, very real stargate, Star Trek, parity, peace, cultures, for heavens and the smaller earth. Now, it sounds like a taunting guess to call currently up the stargates and the Akashic records, but actually easily accomplished via the new millennial golden rule, which you can read at 5050 now at WordPress.com, and just actually read the 11 steps for easily accomplished strategies for making us and the SOs. And you'll also see a page on the website called Amongst the Representatives. Use, and use. Because use too, shells and cans and shells, joins us in becoming Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary First Go First. And we'll say some of the names, can't say all of them, we'll say some of them. We have, of course, you're going to say, and Queen Esther and all the Iroquois, Scottish clan mothers, and more recently, currently, Bob Herschel, Livia Costanza, and Virginia, volunteering New Times. And of course, we have our Colwood Kept Women, Barbara Rosemary Pearls, and especially Ma Patricia Sanford, and Equals Martha, Murder, Sophie, and Laura, and we see that's all really, and especially, and our Ubuntu's families, our Josephine's, and Lillian Gaelas, and Gorgis, and Amazing Graces, lots more there, and of course, our Rights families, Barnes and Sylvia's, lots more there, and of course, our Solarian families, Hannah's, and Alan's, lots more there, and of course, our Richard Twine, Magdalene's, and Nazarenes, our Venusians, and Amarians, and Vanessa Thalia, Victoria, Mariama, Victoria, Australia, Liberty, Australia, and especially equally, and Harriet, and Radiant, Harriet, and traveling back and forth in circles, time, Claire, Jubilant Jacqueline, Passion Internet, Vincent Rose, Grandma Marie, Grandma Popper, Grandma Annette, all the grace restored, Grandma Dorothy's teaching learnings, all the lessons of the Wizards of Oz, that we all stars, and Lynn, Grandma Lynn, and Leonie, and Jenny of the Gaia family theory, and we have Rachel and Ruchel High, the Stargates families, and Barbara's, the Happy's, Hopefully's families, and more is there. And of course, you can see all their names and pictures there. Can't say all of them, we said some of them. We have our families there. We started with First Go First, and mothers, and of course, the educators and all the equals, El Hazan, Elohim's, Eli Circles, and always females and males over younger generations. First Go First, and of course, and then of course, we have our April services, we have our current generation of females, Esther's and Rachel's, and Henry's and Jubilee's, and Barbara's, and Divines, and lots more there. And of course, our younger generations, our April's visits, Rosa visits, Essentially, Souls of Eaters, Hallel's, and Hesperus's, and Hadass, and Leo's, and Wedding Leaves, and Vanessa Sire, Harmless Wesley's, Equis, Dawson Gunnar, Leo Ross, Ben Shen and John's Blessed Bows, and Moore's, our Coming's varies, always Estelanley's, always overlatedly's, always, Estelanley's Suits, La Leche, Estelanley's, Leche, Parity, not Patriarchy, Past, Present, Futures, ever use blessings.